Blessings, divine beings, Nimue here. We are going to do a reading with the Everyday Witch Tarot because I actually just got this deck. So it'll be a first reading, meaning we're going to take a look at the guidebook and see how the book reads. I have checked it out a little bit. Sorry, my light's like, there we go. Have checked it out a little bit, and at the beginning she does say that, you know, she kind of shares her own personal understanding of each card, which is pretty spot on. But there are a few cards which, has a little different flair to it, or like it's more one side of the spectrum of what I'm used to. But yeah, anyways, we are going to do that. So let's do a little shuffle. I held off for so long getting this deck because as I said in my kind of flip through that I did yesterday, that I thought it was something that it wasn't. And I broke down and got it, and oh my gosh, I am just so very happy that I did. So we'll do a split there and split there. Center that. Okay. The first card we have here is the World. See, and this is one of the cards that I saw, and I was like, well, that doesn't look like the World to me. And there another one was the Chariot because it was like a motorcycle. So I thought it was more of a modern witch type deck, but it's not. There's just a couple little things in there. Ooh, we have the Moon. I love that moon. That is so cool. And we have the King of Pentacles. Seems like a fun reading. Okay, so I love the vines. Look at his cake. There's just so much detail in these cards. Sorry, I'm going to hold it up, the other ones up for a little bit more. Like the flowers, the dogs, and his bone. The flowers around the bowl, the house in the background, his cake and wine, the vines growing up his legs. I don't know. It's so cool. And then the witch flying in front of the moon. The cat looking at his reflection that's like a jaguar. Oh, so stinking pretty and cute. And then the little beach house in the back. She's got her picnic and her cat. Also, I didn't realize that every card had a cat in it. So as soon as I realized that, that's what I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna try out this deck. All right, let's see can I get a little closer? Okay, so for the World, there's a quote that says, success and celebration, huzzah. And a little affirmation. The world is your oyster, unless you don't like oysters, in which case it is your hot fudge sundae. So a witch throws her black hat into the air, and it sails away on the wind. The sun is shining, and she is on a tropical beach with her bare feet in the waves as they meet the shore. A little further from the water, there's a blanket spread with a feast, including a large glass of fruit with a stick and a tiny umbrella. A black cat sits on the blanket looking pleased, a mood of joyousness and the attainment of all desires. This witch may have taken a long journey to get here, but at least she is right where she wants to be. Break out the bubbly and strike up the band. There is a lot to celebrate. The World card signifies completion, attainment of goals, and success in whatever endeavors you have been pursuing. If it is the final future card in a reading, no matter what comes before it, you will triumph in the end. The World is another one of those rare cards that has no negative interpretations, nothing but good times ahead. You did it. Pat yourself on the back. Have someone else pat you on the back too. You deserve it. And then it has this part that says things to consider, and I'm not sure if it's reverse or just things to consider. It says, if you have been striving for ages, working hard to achieve your dreams, getting the World card is very good news indeed. It means that sooner or later success will be yours, depending on the card's placement in a reading. That goal may be sometime off, but at least you can continue the journey knowing that eventually you're going to get there. And if asked a question and got the World card, you can be pretty sure the answer is a loud and enthusiastic yes. Then we have the Moon card, mystery, magic, and a hint of mayhem. Go ahead, howl at the moon, you know you want to. So, a large full moon fills the night sky, and the silhouette of a witch wearing a black hat and riding a broom can be seen crossing in front of it. On the ground below, a black cat gazes into a pool of water at its reflection. A black panther, not jaguar, gazes back, its mouth open so that you can see its fangs. A path leads off into the distance away from the pool. The mood is mysterious, half wild, half tame, much like our own spirits and the moon itself. The moon has long been a symbol of the goddess, feminine power personified. It also represents change, both predictable and not. It is very, as its very shape seems to mutate in the sky above, moving from a tiny sliver into a full round orb and back again until it disappears from sight. The moon card may carry with it a suggestion that there are unseen forces at work, mysterious and impossible to foresee. It can also indicate someone who is torn between their two natures, tame or wild, practical or creative. Can you embrace both, or must you choose? Only the moon knows, and she's not telling. So, the things to consider: the moon card often indicates a time of feeling of uncertainty. Have you been restless, torn? Sorry, turn the page here. Torn between two paths? Perhaps now is the time to choose which aspect of yourself will show its face to the world. If you have been having nightmares, perhaps your subconscious is trying to send you a message. Make sure you are listening. The moon card may herald a time of flux and change, neither good nor bad. It simply warns you to look carefully at the reflection in the water. What hidden secrets will it reveal if you are daring enough to gaze directly at the moon's face? And lastly, we have the King of Pentacles. He says you can have your cake and eat it too. Work hard, do good for others, and all will be well. So this king is clearly successful, but also rooted in the earth. He knows that it's important to savor the good things in life, such as animal companions, wine, and chocolate cake. Ooh, that sounds good. I kind of might make my family a chocolate cake today. The King of Pentacles represents prosperity and abundance, but more than that, his strength comes from being strongly rooted in his own success and the success of those around him. The king can represent your own financial situation, or he can indicate a strong male figure who is willing to help you achieve prosperity and security, whether on the job or at home. So, things to consider. The kings are all strong male figures, but that doesn't mean that a king card can't represent a woman, although it is less common. If this card falls at a place in a reading where it stands for you, it indicates that your focus is on success and money. Yeah, this isn't a bad thing, but be careful not to let your desire for security or nice belongings sweep you away. If there is a king figure in your life, husband, father, boss, are you taking full advantage of the gifts he is offering you? And is what he offers truly what you want?